Okay, students, good morning to all. So, in previous class, we are discussing about the electric field due to a circular charged ring at a distance x on its axis. That derivation we are discussing. And so, this is a circular ring, let us suppose, on its, and it is the center of the ring having a radius capital R. Now, on its axial line at a distance of x, at this point P, what will be the electric field that we want? Clear? Yes. Now, charge is uniformly distributed on its surface, on its circumference. Okay? Yes. So, for this, yesterday we have derived this equation, and yesterday we have derived this equation up to here. So, net electric field is equal to K Q into X. It is in last class we have derived. See that one more time if you want. Divided by R square plus X square whole power 3 by 2. What is K here? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So you can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into X divided by R square plus X square whole power 3 by 2. So this is the electric field. Nana. Electric field at any point on its axial line at one particular distance, x distance on its axial line, what will be the electric field due to a circular charge ring? Okay. Yes. Now let us suppose if this point P is at the center. Okay. So due to the circular ring at the center, what will be the electric field? Let us find. Okay. So when x is equal to 0 means P is at center. Finding electric field point, that point is at the center. Then electric field will become what, Nana? Where x is there keep is 0. In numerator x is equal to 0 keep, everything will become 0. So it is 0. You need to remember this value. Electric field due to a circular charge ring at its center. That is at center. Electric field how much? Electric field is 0. Remember. So one circular ring is there. On its surface, Q charge is uniformly distributed. At its center, what will be the electric field? At the center exactly. Electric field will be 0. On the axial line, at one distance x, what is electric field? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into x by R square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Now, on its surface, at any point on its surface, what will be the electric field if you want? Means exactly at x is equal to R you take. At x is equal to R, what will be the electric field? Electric field will become E is equal to C substitute 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into R. Where x is there you substitute R divided by R square plus x square. X value what? R square. R square whole power 3 by 2 means at a distance of on its axial line at a distance x electric field is this much. At a distance r electric field is I am finding. Okay. So you will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into R divided by R square plus R square how much? 2R square. You get 2R square whole power 3 by 2. So we'll get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into R divided by 2 power 3 by 2 and R power 3 by 2. R square whole power 3 by 2. These two cancel. You'll get R cube. So what you'll get? You will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into R divided by 2 power 3 by 2 R cube. Correct? What I'm writing? Yes. So this 1R cancel. You will get R square down. So net electric field will become 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by 2 power 3 by 2 R square. Okay. So like this at any point, at any distance, you can find electric field when you remember this formula. You can remember this one like this. KQ into X divided by R square plus X square whole power 3 by 2. Clear, students? Okay. This formula you need to remember. Yes. Now, Next, one more point. Let us see on this electric field. On this electric field, one more point. Let us see, Nana. See, students, one important point here you need to remember that electric field is nothing but force acting per unit charge. Is it correct? Yes. Definition is force acting per unit charge. Positive charge is called as electric field. Okay. Then what will be the force now? Force is equal to Q into E. Clear? Okay. And as you know, force is a vector quantity. Electric field is also vector quantity, whereas charge is scalar quantity. Now, force acting on a charged particle due to electric field is how much? Q into E. And what is the direction of that force? If Q is positive, then electric force and electric field in same direction. In which direction electric field is there? In the same direction, force will be there. If Q is negative, then force on it will become minus Q into E bar. Means both the directions are in opposite. F bar and E bar are in opposite direction. Are you getting, students? These points you need to remember. Here, let us suppose here one electric field is there. Here one electric field is there like this. Let us suppose like this electric field is there. Now, if you keep a positive charge in the path of the electric field, then on the charge Q, a force will act. In which direction force will act? On this charge Q, force will act in this direction. That is how much? This charge into electric field. Direction I have shown. If you keep negative charge, now on this, the force will act in this direction. That is Q into E. This direction indicates negative charge, opposite to electric field. Clear, students? Are you understanding? If positive charge is there, force on that positive charge will be in the direction of electric field. If negative charge is there, force on that charge particle will be in opposite direction to electric field. Okay? Yes. Now, on this topic, you may get some objective questions, Nana. See how you will get. See, students, let us suppose we are having one object whose mass is m. Now, on this mass m, a charge q is distributed uniformly. And this a ball which is having a mass m and charge q is suspended from a rigid support. From this support, it is suspended like this. Okay? Clear? Yes. Now, let us suppose here one electric field is placed. There are positive charges we placed. So here negative charges, let us suppose we have placed. Now, due to that, what happened? One electric field will generate in this direction. Are you getting? So, one electric field is produced in this direction. Then what happened to this object? What happened to this ball, Nana? Now it will get, this ball of mass m will be acted upon by some force in this direction. So that what happened? This spherical ball will rise to some height. In this direction, force will act. That is QE. Are you getting? And however, due to its mass, a mg will act down here, and some tension will produce in the string. That will be T. Let us suppose it is making some angle theta with the vertical. Then they may ask you, what will be theta, or what is this force acting? These are things. What will be the electric field that we need to apply on this spherical object? These are things they may ask you. How to find? Yes, you know, very simple technique. Draw FBD. Yes, this is free body diagram. Separately also you can draw. Okay? Are you getting what I am showing you? Okay? Yes. So, on this body of mass m, a force is acting in this direction, that is QE, and tension is acting like this, and this is mg. Clear? Yes. So with the vertical, this is theta means, then this is also theta. This is theta means this is also theta. Clear students? Yes. Now this t can be resolved into two components. One is t cos theta here, another one is t sin theta here. Is it clear? So this will not be there now. Now because this spherical object of mass m which is in equilibrium position at this point, it will be in rest position, let us suppose. Then what happened? Along x direction forces will balance and along y direction also forces will balance. So what will happen? You can write t sin theta is equal to QE, electric force, and t cos theta will be equal to what, Nana? Mg. Then if you divide these two equations, equation 1, equation 2, divide equation 1 and 2, equation 1 divided by equation 2, if you do, what you will get? T cancel, you will get sin theta by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. Tan theta is equal to QE by Mg. You will get tan theta. Or if you want electric field, how much? What you will get? QE is equal to Mg tan theta. Then E is equal to Mg tan theta divided by Q. You can find like this. Okay. So only the concept is force will act due to the electric field in which direction. And remaining all your first PUC points only. Clear students? Objective question. Okay. Got it? Next, one more point. Let us discuss one more point on this. Let us suppose here one spherical object of mass m, one bob of mass m is suspended from a rigid support. Okay? Yes. So if you pull it some distance and release, small angle, if you displace it by a small angle and release, what happened? It will do oscillations, no? It will perform simple harmonic motion. As time period of a simple pendulum, we have derived. What will be the time period of this one, Anna? Time period of this one is 2 pi root L by G. L is the length of the pendulum. G is the acceleration due to gravity acting on this spherical object of mass m, on this bob of mass m. Okay. Now this same thing, if you place inside the electric field, let us suppose now this object having mass m and charge q. Let us suppose q charge also is there on this. Let it be. There is no electric field means there is no external force acting on it. So time period will be 2 pi root L by G only. Now on this, if we apply a electric field in this direction, then what happens? What will be its time period? They may ask you. See, time period depends upon what factor? Length and acceleration due to gravity. However, length of the pendulum will not change. What will change? Acceleration due to gravity will change. So net force acting on this mass m, how much? One is mg, another one is QE, upward, because it is positive charge. Due to the electric field, force will act in upward direction. Clear? As this ball will go up and down, then what happens? You can write net force is equal to mg minus QE. This is the net force we can write. F net. Clear students? Are you getting? Net force acting on this will be mg minus QE. So this net force we can write in the form of MA. MA is equal to mg minus QE. Then A can be written as mg minus QE divided by m. Yes, this mass will come down. Okay, so this acceleration can be written as A is equal to G minus QE by m. So this net acceleration, placed in the place right in here. You will get the time period. So new time period will become T equal to 2 pi root L by G minus QE by m. Are you getting? So this type of questions also they may ask you for your objective. Solve them in your objective material. The questions are there. You solve them. Yes, yes, yes. Net acceleration I am taking. Net acceleration I am taking. Net acceleration. Okay. Nishchal, I am taking next net acceleration. How much? Yeah. Now, let us move on to next concept, that is electric dipole. Yes. Next concept, na? Electric dipole. What is electric dipole? Electric dipole is nothing but two charges which are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, opposite in nature. If the two charges are separated by some distance, then the two charges will constitute a dipole. That means a negative charge you take minus q, and a positive charge you take plus q. And if these two charges are separated by some distance, let us imagine there is 2a, let us imagine. 2a is the 2 times of a is the distance between these two charges. And from the center of this dipole, from the center of a dipole, this minus q charge is at the distance of a and plus q charge is at the distance of a. Okay? Then these two charges will constitute one dipole. When two equal and opposite charges separated by some distance, then it will constitute a dipole called as electric dipole. When two equal and opposite charges are separated by some distance, then electric dipole will form. Are you getting, students? Okay, what is electric dipole? When two equal and opposite charges are separated by some distance, electric dipole will form. Okay, yes. Now, every electric dipole will have its dipole moment. Okay, and electric dipole moment we will represent with the letter P bar. Electric dipole moment. What is this one? Electric dipole moment. Okay, na? P bar means electric dipole moment. With this letter we will indicate. Okay, now this electric dipole moment is defined as any one of the charge, positive charge or negative charge. Magnitude is same, no? Yes. One of the charge you take into distance between these two charges, that is 2L. Sorry, 2A here. Okay, 2A. Are you getting, students? Okay. And electric dipole momentum is a vector quantity. Its direction is in the direction of this 2A. This 2A always, electric dipole moment always in the direction of negative to positive charge. Electric dipole momentum will be in this direction. Remember this point. Always electric dipole momentum will be from negative charge to positive charge. Electric field will be from positive to negative charge. Electric field will be from positive to negative charge. But electric dipole momentum will be from negative to positive charge. You need to remember this point. Clear, students? Yes. What is electric dipole moment? It is a product of any one of the charge of the dipole and distance between the two dipoles. A product between any one of the charge and distance between the two dipoles. That is called as electric dipole moment. Okay, and this electric dipole moment is a vector quantity. What is this one? It is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means it should have a direction. Its direction is from negative charge to positive charge. You need to remember this point. Electric dipole momentum, it is the vector quantity, and its direction will be from negative charge to positive charge, whereas electric field direction will be positive to negative charge. Electric field direction which type, from where to where? Always electric field lines will start from positive charge to negative charge. So electric field direction is from positive to negative, whereas electric field dipole moment direction is from negative charge to positive charge. What is the dipole momentum value? Q into 2A. Okay. However, charge is a scalar quantity. 2A is a vector quantity. So that's why you will get electric dipole momentum also vector quantity. its direction is from negative charge to positive charge. Okay, what will be the SI unit? SI unit what Nana? SI unit. SI unit of electric dipole moment. Yes. Charge unit is coulomb. Charge unit is coulomb. 2 into A. 2. No unit. A unit. A is the distance. So coulomb into meter. Coulomb into meter is the SI unit of electric dipole moment. Coulomb meter is the SI unit of electric dipole moment. Is it clear, students? What is electric dipole and what is electric dipole moment? SI unit and whether it is scalar or vector. So when two equal and opposite charges are separated by some distance, the electric dipole will form. Okay? Yes. So this distance 2a is a vector quantity. It is always from negative charge to positive charge. Now, whenever an electric dipole is formed, it will have one electric dipole moment that we will indicate with letter P bar, and electric dipole momentum is defined as any one of the charge magnitude into distance between the two charges. It is the product between any one of the charge and distance between the two charges. SI unit is coulomb into meter, and it is a vector quantity, and it will move. Its direction will be from negative charge to positive charge. What is the meaning of dipole? Dipole means nothing but two polarities. When two opposite polarity charges are separated by some distance, it will form a dipole. Dipoles, two polarities. Okay, what is the importance of this dipole? We will discuss later, step by step. Clear, students? So till now, what we have done is one charge, another charge, this discrete distribution of charge and continuous distribution of charge. What will be the electric field we have discussed. But when two oppositely charges are there separated by some distance, how much electric field will form? That we have not discussed. So for that, first we need to define one quantity. When two opposite charges are separated by some distance, that quantity is called as electric dipole. And every dipole will have a dipole moment. That is, the dipole moment is nothing but product of magnitude of any one of the charge and the distance between the two. And it is a vector quantity. Electric dipole moment vector quantity. Direction is from negative charge to positive charge. These all points you remember. Okay? Yes. Now, every electric dipole will produce its own electric field. What will be the value? Along the axial line, what will be the value? Along the equatorial line, what is the value? Let us discuss. See, these two charges are there. A dipole is there. Now, along the line joining these two charges, if you draw one line, along the line joining these two charges, if you draw one line, this line we call it as axial line. What we call it? Axial line. Remember this name. Okay, and perpendicular to this axial line, through its center of a dipole, if you draw one line, that line we call it as equatorial line. So when two charges oppositely, equal and opposite charges are separated at some distance, it will form a dipole and it will have a dipole moment. Now along the line joining their centers, if you draw one line, that line we call it as axial line. If you draw a perpendicular line to the axial line and which is passing through the center of this dipole, then that line is called as equatorial line. Clear? Yes. Now we need to find along the axial line of a dipole what will be the electric field. Let us find this value. Okay? Yes. Now we are going to find electric field due to a dipole along its axial line. Electric field due to a dipole on its axial line. See, students, this derivation is important for 5 marks in your board exam. Every year they are asking one question from this chapter. Maximum this question only they will ask. So very important. And this derivation, from this derivation you will get one formula. That formula is important for your competitive exams. You need to remember. Okay? Yes. So we want electric field due to what? Due to a dipole. Where? On its axial line. Okay, yes. First, let us take one dipole. Let us take a dipole. Let us imagine here negative charge is there, and here a positive charge Q is there, and this will be the center of this dipole O, and the distance between these two dipoles is, let us suppose, it is 2a. Clear, students? Yes, 2a is the distance between these two charges. Length of the dipole. 2a is the length of the dipole. Okay. Now, so let us draw one axial line for this dipole. Yes, this is the axial line. Okay. Now, on this axial line, let us consider one point. This point I am taking P point. At this P point, and which is at a distance of, let us suppose, x from the center of a dipole. This x distance from where I am taking? From the center of a dipole I am taking. Okay. So from the center of a dipole at a distance of x, I am considering one point on the axial line of a dipole. Now at this point P, what will be the electric field that we need to find? Okay, students? Yes. So how to find this? Find electric field due to individual charges at this point and add them according to vectors. You will get the answer. Yes. See, at this point P, electric field due to positive charge will be in which direction? Towards right side. Yes or no? Because it is positive charge, electric field will be away from positive charge. Yes. So at this point P, electric field due to positive charge will be in this direction. That is E due to plus Q charge. Clear, students? Yes. Now, at this point P, due to negative charge, electric field in which direction? Electric field always towards the negative charge and away from the positive charge and towards the, forget about this one now. Only negative charge is there. Due to this negative charge, electric field at this point will be in this direction. Clear, students? Yes. Now, net electric field due to these two you find, you will get the answer. Okay. So before finding which value is more, let us see that point. So electric field due to positive charge, how much? We know electric field due to a charge Q at a distance of R is, electric field due to a charge Q at a distance R is KQ by R square at a distance R. Okay. Now, from positive charge, point P is at what distance, Nana? See, this is distance A and this is distance X. Then this distance how much? This total distance is A minus X. Are you getting? Sorry. X minus A. From this total distance X, we need to subtract this distance. X minus A. Lalit, okay? Clear, students? Yes, it is X minus A. Okay? Yes, I am writing K Q by X minus A whole square. This is the electric field due to positive charge at this point P. Now, what will be the electric field due to negative charge? Electric field due to negative charge Q is K. Charge how much? Q. I am not taking the direction. I am taking only magnitude. It is in this direction. Okay? Yes. Now, by distance between these two, from negative charge to point P, distance how much, Nana? From here to here, X distance. And from here to here, A distance. Total X plus A. I'll write X plus A. Okay? X plus A. Clear, students? Yes. X plus A whole square. Because KQ by R square, no? Yes. Now, among these two, see, charge Q will be same. Magnitude will be same for a dipole, I told you. And however, K value will be same. Now, numerator is same. See, denominator, which is more? X minus A more, X plus A more? X plus A is more. So, in denominator, X plus A is more. Means, electric field due to negative charge is less. X minus A is less. Means, electric field due to positive charge will be more. So, what we can say? Electric field, yes, we can say electric field due to positive charge is having more magnitude wise. than negative charge. So net electric field, if you want, you can write E plus minus E minus. Electric field due to positive charge minus electric field due to negative charge. Why I am taking minus? Because they are in opposite direction. I hope you understand this point. Clear? Yes, Absal. Good. So net electric field is equal to electric field due to positive charge how much? KQ by x minus a whole square. X minus a whole square minus electric field due to negative charges KQ by x plus a whole square. Okay? Yes. Now net electric field I want. So I am going to find this net electric field. So from these two, what we can take common, Nana? KQ can we take common? Yes. Net electric field is equal to KQ. Let us take common. You will get 1 divided by x minus a whole square. X minus a whole square minus 1 divided by x plus a whole square. X plus a whole square. Okay? Is it clear? Yes. So net electric field is equal to KQ into S. What will be the LCM for these two? Square is common for these two. X minus a whole square is there, x plus a whole square is there. So this is common. Now x minus a into x plus a plus b into a minus b formula, a square minus b square. So in that format, it will become x square minus a square. Okay, students, it is x square minus a square. Now what we need to do? Cross multiply them. You will get x plus a whole square minus x minus a whole square. Is it clear? Yes. So net electric field is equal to KQ into x plus a whole square. X square plus a square plus 2xa minus x minus a whole square minus of x minus a whole square. X square plus a square minus 2xa whole divided by x square minus a square whole square. Okay, yes. So it will become KQ into plus x square minus x square cancel, plus a square minus a square cancel. Minus of minus, it will become plus. Plus 2ax minus 2ax is plus 4ax upon x square minus a square whole square. Okay? Yes. So this value, it can be written like this: K Q into 2a into 2ax. Can we write? 4a, I am writing 2a into 2a. Sorry, 2a into 2. Can we write? Yes, we can write. 4a, we can write 2a into 2. Okay, yes, correct. Divided by x square minus a square whole square. Okay, so the net electric field will become E net. Net electric field will become K into Q into 2a. What is this? Electric dipole moment. P. Q into 2a. I defined just now. Okay? Yes. Electric dipole moment. P bar. Vector quantity, you know. So this is also vector. Into 2x divided by x square minus a square whole square. You need to remember this formula. Okay? Electric field due to a dipole on its axial line at a distance of x from the center is 2kpx divided by x square minus a square whole square. Now, if the length of the dipole is very less, means if a is very less than x, means the point where we need to find electric field is very far away, then a square can be neglected. Yes or no, in comparison to x square? Yes or no? Yes. So you will get net electric field is equal to Kp bar 2x divided by a square is neglected. You will get x square whole square is x power 4. X power 4. 1x cancel. Yes. You will get net electric field is equal to 2 K P bar divided by x cube. A shortcut formula. When the length of the dipole is very small, this length of the dipole is very small, then this point P will be at long distance, large distance from the center. Then at that time, you will get 2 Kp by x cube. Lalit Kumar is asking why bar, sir? See, electric dipole moment is a vector quantity, no? So that's why bar. And electric field is also vector quantity. Now see, net electric field is in which direction? In the direction of positive charge. So at this point, net electric field is in this direction. And dipole momentum is also in this direction. So both are in the same direction along the axial line. So here we didn't get any negative, we will get positive. Means electric field and electric dipole moment both are in the same direction. Yes, you need to learn this formula. You need to by heart this formula and you need to remember this formula also. If A is large, we can't do anything. You need to use this formula only. Okay, Abhay is asking if A is large, then what to do? Okay. Is it clear, students? Yes. This is the electric field due to the dipole on its axial line. And I told you it is very important question, derivation for 5 marks. And these two formulas are important for your competitive exams also. See this derivation and this formula you remember, Nana. See whatever we are discussing in electrostatics in this first chapter, same as it is, concepts, everything will be same in moving